Hello again. Today is going to be an interesting video. So if you remember yesterday, I had a moment where I said, sorry, there was a technical difficulty or some type of thing where there was a glitch, and then I apologized for something that had happened. Now, what that was I had gone in here and I had done exactly what I showed you to do, which is to kind of add this React cache dependency. And I did that same thing where I kind of picked the version, this version up here, but it didn't work for some reason. And so when I had kind of rehearsed, when I'd rehearsed everything, I was using the 2.0.0 alpha version, which has a totally different API. Now, I actually don't know which one is the right one, or the one that you're supposed to be using. The one that we're using is the one that I'm most familiar with, the one that I have talked with people about and have used in demos and have seen demoed. But this kind of caught my attention. I had intended today to show you how to find the code so that you could read through it and familiarize yourself with it. So I was going to say, go to npmjs.com, find React cache. And one thing that's really cool is that anytime you are trying to find a package, if the developer has done it carefully, you can get to the repository just by clicking that GitHub button. So this takes us to the repository. Now, React is set up in what is called a mono repo, which means that there isn't a one repo to one package setup. All of the React related projects are set up in this one repository, which is github.com/Facebook/React. Because of that, what you have to do is you have to go into packages, and then here are all the packages. I believe that most, if not all of them, are published to NPM. So we would find our package, React cache, and then this is everything there. So you can see that the README is echoed on NPM, and the source is in here. There's two files, the React cache, which exposes the API. It's only, with comments, 187 lines long. However, it does import utilities from this file, which is 142 lines long with comments. So yeah, tests are also in here, and I just wanted to show you how all that works. But when I went here, I was kind of confused because I'm on master right now, and the API that it exposes, I was looking for create cache, and create cache doesn't exist. So I looked for create resource, and they have it, but it's got this unstable prefix in front of it. And the only other thing that's exported is unstable set global cache limit. So this is a totally different module than the one that we imported, which got me thinking that maybe if this is on master, I should really show you both. So I just wanted to go through and show you how. So today, instead of moving on, I want to go through and show you how this differs from the one we used yesterday. Again, this is a great reminder to you that this stuff is not known yet. We don't know what the boundaries and the parameters are, and it can be kind of confusing to find answers. So being able to dive into the code and look at the version that you are using is going to be very important for you if you want to explore this. So again, just warning you again that this is all a little bit on the fringe. So right now, this time we're using the 2.0.0-alpha 1 release, which is what seems to be on master. So unless there's a hidden project somewhere, I don't know what the other one is. So that's the one that we have bundled in. I've checked it, and I know that it's bundled in now because it does not work with the code that we wrote yesterday. React cache is not available. So about this particular project, I forked it from yesterday's project, so it's forked from that, and I called this buyer beware for day number 4. You can get it here. I will link that in the email, obviously. So let's just kind of change what we need to change to get this one working. So step one, we add React Cache. Yes, we already have that. So this is the 2.0.0-alpha 1 release. Step number two is we need to import the caches and resource creators from React Cache. Now, this one doesn't come with a cache, so this is just going to be importing the resource creator. And the name is different. So it is exposed as unstable create resource. Now, JavaScript has all of these cool language things which allow us to rename things on import, which is great. So we can take this, we know that this is the name that we get from the module, and we can say take that as create resource. Now, the benefit of that is twofold. One, we're not going to have to rewrite a bunch of code because we were using create resource already, which is nice. The other benefit is that eventually this unstable flag will get pulled off and they will kind of expose this API. Now, if they don't decide to change the name in that time, then all we have to do when we get to a stable release is delete that. And all of the rest of our code will still use that name, the create resource name. So this is a nice way to kind of like insulate yourself from having to change from unstable create resource to create resource all throughout that file, maybe even through your whole app. So a little trick. Now this step goes away. So we don't need to create a cache with this version of it. Create Pokemon resource, so that stays the same. Then let's see. What were we on? Number 3. So this becomes number 4. There's one less step. Pull a resource reading UI component into a component. Okay, perfect. We got that. Now this, it says read resource data into and from cache. So we don't actually need to do that. So we're going to delete this cache right here. Let's see, so that becomes step number 5. And let's see, is there anything else that we need to do? Change this to 6. Well, Code Sandbox is thinking. Awesome. So that worked. And I'm not exactly sure what the golden path is, what this is going to look like. Again, all of this is kind of subject to change, subject to discussion. Maybe there's 2 parallel versions intentionally so that people can explore like with and without controlling that cache. I don't know. What I do know is that reading that code and knowing where to find it is going to be so critical for you. So we'll talk about kind of what caches maybe look like or resources tomorrow. I'm going to ask around and try to find out who's using what, so I can at least lead you in the most likely direction. But anyway, good luck today. Give that code a scan, the React Cache code. I think being familiar with that is going to help you know how to progress forward in the future despite the uncertainty. So you're doing awesome. Hang in there. Thanks for watching this one. I'm going to try to keep the videos a little bit shorter. They got a little bit long. So yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. I hope you're having a great December.